Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible? Please confirm the audio once. Please confirm the audio. Am I audible? And how many of you had slot 1? I wish just Quant section. If you look at the heading of the event, it's only Quant. And by the way, I did not write CAT this year because, as you, it is evident from my voice that I'm very sick. So the team has sent some questions based on their memories, and I'll discuss those with you from slot 1. So this is the analysis of slot 1. They were reading comprehension based on, the first was on Wolf with 4 questions, then it is change in work culture, Indian Ocean human behavior, 4 questions each. And then there was a blend of all the aspects of verbal ability, that is para-jumble, para-summary, para-completion, and odd one odd with 2 questions each. And here you have the difficulty level as well. So we had 2 easy RCs, 1 difficult and 1 moderate. So I believe you guys have done these 2. And even in the classes, the class that I was taking, I told you that science-based RCs are the easiest ones and fact-based. Para-jumble was 1 easy, 1 moderate. Para-summary was both 1 moderate. Odd one odd is normally difficult, so even if you have left that, doesn't really matter. So all in all, one could have attempted 15 to 17 questions here. Coming to LRDI, there were 4 sets with 5 questions each, based on college election, visa application, well, hostel, restaurant rating. So here you can see that nothing was easy, but yeah, we had 1 moderate, which I believe most of you must have attempted. And out of these 2, if you attempt only 1, that is more than sufficient. 2 sets will be more than sufficient in this time. Quant, a lot of algebra was there, so I believe I have always told that algebra is always more scoring. And yeah, and a lot of algebra questions here. 8 algebra questions, out of which logs, inequalities, with a blend mix of all the topics of algebra. In arithmetic, we had 9 questions, which is kind of expected. PNC 1, it was easy, so based on the knowledge, you've done it. Number system, only 1 question. We had 3 questions. So all the questions that we could get based on memory, we just discussed that. Coming to slot 3 analysis. In VRC, again we had 4 passages, which is common to all the years, with 4 questions each, out of which 1 was easy, 2 were moderate. So I believe you must have done 2 to 3 RCs, and odd one odd is always difficult. So here also the same thing is there. And coming to the LRDI analysis, 1 was easy, root and network, and 2 were moderate. So I believe knowing close to 2 sets would be the best option. And then in slot 3 QA, again we had 7 questions of algebra, 8 of arithmetic, and number system, they kind of put it here. It was of moderate difficulty level. Now let us try to discuss the expected score versus percentile. By the way, it is just based on assumption and a lot of data from the previous years, so it's not necessarily true, but we expect that in slot 1, if you get an overall 115, you will be able to score 99 percentile, and so it's almost same, 115, 118 and 120. Overall, let's talk about 99 percentile, 78, 80 and 83. So this is what our expectation is. Let's see what happens once the original paper answer key come out. So coming to slot 1, here we have the first question. How many of you attempted it? The question says, a mixture B is formed by removing a certain amount of coffee from a coffee jar and replacing the same amount with cocoa powder. And the same amount is again removed from P and replaced with the same amount of cocoa powder to form a mixture Q. So basically, there was a coffee jar in which there was only coffee. Some of it was removed and then placed with cocoa. Same thing happened. And in the end, a ratio of mixture Q was formed, in which the ratio of coffee and cocoa was 16:9. We have to find the ratio of cocoa in P and Q. Okay, so let us do one thing. Let me use the formula. So what is replaced over here? What is replaced over here? Coffee is replaced, not cocoa. So basically, what a calculation we'll be doing? We'll be doing what? Coffee. So let's say coffee is X overall, and total volume is V. So once we do it, we have done it twice, the same thing. So basically, we get how much? 16/9. I have taken this total volume, not the volume of cocoa. That means in the denominator, we'll be having 16 plus 9, that is 25. Is that clear? The first step is clear to all of you? Is the first step clear? After 2 replacements, I'm assuming the replaced amount to be X and total volume to be V. 16/25. I have added 16 and 9 because 9 was cocoa here. Cool? I hope it is clear to all of you. Yes or no? Tell me in the comments, be quick. And if I take the square root, positive square root on both the sides, I'll get 1 minus x by b is equal to 4 by 5. Alright. So this is basically Q and this is basically P. Isn't it? Is that fine, all of you? So here you can see that I have assumed the volume to be 25. 16 is coffee. That means the cocoa will be 25 minus 16, that is 9 units. 9 units. To compare these two, I should have the denominator to be same. So to make it same, I'll just multiply it by 5 by 5, I'll get 20 by 25. Which means 25 is total volume, 20 is the coffee. So cocoa in this case will be 25 minus 20, that is 5 units. So basically, in P, we had 5 units and in Q we had 9 units, so answer is 5:9. So this question, as you can see, not much steps are involved, and whatever I have written over this can be visualized in the mind also. So I would say it's a moderate question. How many of you did it right? It's easy, right? We do not have to solve a lot of complex equations. We can the main thing is that we have to make this equal 25 by multiplying with 5 by 5. That is the main thing. Got all correct? I did not attempt CAT this year. I was very ill. I still am. I think you can judge it by my voice. Coming to the next question. And you guys are not commenting at all. Brishti went on an 8-hour trip in a car before starting the odometer. You know what's odometer? Odometer is the meter in which you see the distance, total distance traveled. Showed x kilometers, where x is the whole number and it is palindromic. Palindromic, if you remember, which is same from the forward and reverse. Alright, डालडा याद होगा बचपन में, 5 अक्षर का मेरा नाम उल्टा सीधा एक समान, right? Palindromes. Okay. Normally palindromes are multiples of 11. Anyways, coming to the question. At the end of a trip, the car had traveled a total of 26,862 kilometers. If Brishti never drove at more than 110, then the greatest possible average speed at which she drove is. Well, so this is a very easy question. 26862 is total, and x is something which was she had traveled earlier. So in this trip, she has traveled 26862 upon x minus x, and if I divide this by, this is the distance traveled, if I divide this by time, that is 8 hours, I'll get the speed, right? I hope this is clear to all of you. Is that right? Cool. Now from the options, we can do something. More than 110 to hai hi nahi. By the way, as you can see, the 6 is common, this 2 is common, and 8 is there. So to make it another palindrome, I somehow think that what if this 8 is gone? So we'll have 26062, which is possible if I subtract 800. Is that right? And that is possible only when speed is 100. So I put 100 over there, and then I get 26862 minus 800, and I got my answer. So basically, as you can see, 2 and 2 are intact, 6 and 6 are intact. The only thing that I wanted to change is 8, and that can be done by subtracting 800. So this question is kind of a paheli which we were doing in our childhood. Is that clear, everyone? Very interesting question this is. It is not of time, speed, distance actually. This is more of reasoning based question. Coming to the next one. If x and y are real numbers, is that x squared plus x minus 2y minus 1 whole square is equal to minus 4y times x plus y. The value of x minus 2y is what? So I can just see x minus 2y here and here. So that is something where I should focus on. Okay, so this is how we focus on what we have to find. What we have, this I'm going to find that. Okay, so I don't want to change anything here. That is what my aim should be. Let me do one thing. Let me send this thing here. So I will get x square plus, and if I open the bracket, I will get plus 4xy plus 4y square plus this whole is equal to 0. As you can see, there is nothing but a perfect square. It is the square of x plus 2y. X plus 2y whole square, and that is also a perfect square. X minus 2y minus 1 whole square is equal to 0. Any perfect square can at least be 0 or more than that. And this is also a perfect square. So if I add these two, I should get 0. That is something which is given. There are two ways to do it. Either both should be 0, or one should be positive and another should be negative in the same magnitude. And as they are perfect squares, they can never be negative. So the only case left is that both are 0. Am I clear? If both are 0, that means this is also 0. So x minus 2y minus 1 whole square is 0. This is possible if and only if x minus 2y is equal to 1. So as you can see, this is a very beautiful question, and just by rearranging the elements we can get the answer. Is that clear? Is this question clear? Just focus on the questions that we are doing currently. Do not think of the other questions. इसका median क्या होगा या VRC में क्या सही था? Do not think about that. Just tell me how many of you did this? And now you can see that this question would not take more than 30 seconds. How many of you got this right? Coming to next question. Just right, ask Sir to come because I'll just take some hot water for my throat. Sir, please do this one.
ये ना 3 क्वेश्चन कर लेते हैं. कहाँ पे लगाऊं इसको? यहाँ
ऑन है ना?
कब ऑन कर देते हैं? हेलो गाइस, हाउ आर यू? सो स्लॉट 1 के क्वेश्चंस मिले हैं सारे काफ़ी मुश्किल से. लेट्स डिस्कस दीज क्वेश्चंस. सो दिस वन इज द नंबर ऑफ इंटीजर सॉल्यूशंस फॉर 2 mod x square plus 1 is equal to 5x square. So if we solve them, so what we can do, whenever we have mod, we will have to take conditions. Okay, like when x is greater than equal to 0, we can say x mod of x will be equal to x, right? So in that case, this expression will become 2x into x square plus 1 will be equal to 5x square. Or we can simply take this on the right side and take x common. This will become 2x square plus 2 and minus 5x is equal to 0. Or this will be x into 2x square minus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0. Now we can factorize this. 2 into 2 is 4. So we can write this 2x square minus 4x minus x plus 2 is equal to 0. Now overall this can be factorized as 2x minus 1 and x minus 2 is equal to 0. So now we get x could be equal to 0 or x will be equal to 1 by 2 or x will be equal to 2. Now what we need to do, we need to take integer solutions, right? We need to take integer solutions. So the values that we need to consider is this one and this one here. And next, when you take x is less than 0, what happens in that case? Mod of x will become minus x. Mod of x will become minus x, and in that scenario, you will get this expression just as here. This will become positive, so it will be minus 2x into x square plus 1 is equal to 5x square. Okay, simplifying this, what we can say, take x common and this will be equal to 5x. Let's take right side. So this will become 5x plus 2x square and plus 1, right? Is equal to 0. So again, this is not 1, this is 2. So again, this will become x into, this is 2x plus 1 and x plus 2 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 0, we have already taken x will become minus 1 by 2 and x is equal to minus 2. So another solution here, this one and this one. 3 integral values for x, right? Slot 3 का कब आएगा? गौरव, slot 3 के questions हमने collect करने की कोशिश की, but वो collect हो नहीं पाए because nowhere from our side we are writing slot 3 unfortunately. So whenever we will have questions for evaluation, then we will discuss slot 3 questions, okay? And slot 2 we will do just after slot 1. Just after slot 1 we will try to do slot 2. Now in this question it says Geeta sells 2 items, one item A at 20% profit and other items B at 10% loss at the same selling price. So see, in this case the multiplication factor will be 1.2. In this case the multiplication factor will be 0.9. So what we can take? We can take a common selling price which is multiple of 12 and 9 both. So what I will take? Selling price as 108 and 108 in both cases. So what is the profit percent here? It's 20% profit, it's 10% loss here. What will be the cost price of these two? So this will be the cost price. In this case it will be 90, in this case it will be 120. Now it says if C increases selling price such that A and B are still sold at equal price and a profit of 10% is made. Now new selling price, if you talk about new selling price, 10% profit is made on this one. So this will become 132. So this will also be 132 because selling price is same. So it says the profit made on A will be. So now our profit percentage 42 upon 90 into 100. So this is cancelled out. 14 into 3, 3 into 3. So 140 upon 3%. 140 upon 3% is nothing but 46.66%, right? Which is option B. It must have been given approximate in the question. Okay. So that's how we get this 47%. All right. Now, next question is regarding clocks. We never had clocks question in recent years. In last 4, 5, 6 years, I did not see questions based on clocks, but there was one question. So, what's the concept behind? We know in clocks that if you want to find angle theta at any time, so this will be 330h minus 5.5 m. 30h minus 5.5 m. So it says the minor angle between the hours hand and minutes hand of a clock was observed 8:45. So what will be the theta here? Theta will be equal to mod of 30 into 8 minus 5.5 into 48. So in this case, theta will become 24 degree. Now it says the minimum deviation in minutes after 8:48 am. 50% of this. What is the 50% of this? 50% is basically, this will become 36. So difference in angle will be 12 degree. And we know that the minute hand versus the hour hand, the lead is 5.5 degree per minute. Right? This is the lead. Lead is 5.5 degree per minute. For what? For minute hand with respect to hour hand. Right? So for 12 degree, what will be the time? In this case, time will be 12 upon 5.5, which is equal to 24 upon 11 minutes. So after this much time, this will be our answer. This will increase, the angle will increase by 12 degree. Is this clear to everyone? Alright. So I guess sir is ready to take the rest of the questions. Sir, please come. Thank you guys. Let's discuss slot 2 questions very soon.
Okay. Algebra, my favorite. Let alpha beta be 2 distinct roots. So as you know, sum of roots is basically minus b by a. So here b is minus 6 and a is 2. We'll get 6 by 2, that is equal to 3. So alpha plus beta is equal to 3, and alpha beta, product of which will be c by a. C is k over there, so I'll get k by 2. Okay. Now it says such that alpha. So as you can see, I'm doing one thing. While reading the question, I'm trying to solve it, isn't it? That is what I'm doing. Such that alpha plus beta and alpha beta are the distinct roots of the equation this. So basically, now the roots are alpha plus beta and alpha beta itself. So their sum will be equal to, in this case, p, and the product, that is alpha plus beta multiplied by alpha beta, this will be equal to how much? Minus b. This is what we have. Cool. Let us put the values. Alpha plus beta is 3, and alpha beta is how much? K by 2. So if I put it, I'll get 3 plus k by 2 is equal to b, and here multiply them, I'll get 3k by 2 is equal to minus b. So as you can see, the right hand side are same in magnitude but opposite in direction. Basically, this one is negative of that. So I can just write it this way. 3 plus k by 2 is equal to, put the value over there, is equal to minus 3k by 2. Is that fine? Solving it, what do we get? If I send it here, 4k by 2 or 2k is equal to, the value of 2k will be equal to how much? Yeah, minus 3, which means k is equal to minus 3 by 2. Is that fine, everyone? all of you? So now we got the value of k as minus 3 by 2. We can get the value of p also. Let's put it here and get the answer. So if I put k as minus 3 by 2 here, what do I get? Minus 9 by 4. So p is 9 by 4. Cool. Got it, everyone? We have to find 8 times k minus p. So 8 times, what is k? Minus 3 by 2, minus 9 by 4. Let's solve this. What do I get? 4 minus 12 minus 9 is minus 21 into 8, 4, 2, 7, I'll get minus 42 as the answer. Is that clear, everyone? Is this clear, all of you? Any doubt? Clear. Okay. Cool. Coming to the next one. We'll take this after. Let's take algebra first of all. Okay, this can be. We'll take this question afterwards. Let's take this question first. Anil invested 22,000 in a scheme for 6 years at 4% compounded half yearly. So at half year, what happens? Time gets doubled. Time gets doubled and rate gets half. All of you know that. So what will happen? 22,000 multiplied by 1.02 for 12. This is going to be the amount for Anil. So the moment as we read the first statement, so this is how you save time. Okay, you have read the first statement, you have written the mathematical equivalent of it. This is for Anil, and Sunil does it for the 5 years. Okay, Sunil has how much we don't know. Let us take that Sunil invested S rupees for how many years? 5 years. So he will get S into 1.02 to the power 10. I hope I am clear. After getting the amount from that scheme, he invested at 10% SI for 1 year. Who? Sunil does it. Both of them get the same amount after 6 years. Find amount invested by Sunil. So 5 years already passed. For the next 1 year, he is in 10%. So instead of writing a lot of things, I'll just multiply this by 1.1 and equate this and get the answer. So this is how we actually save a lot of time. So as you can see, the entire question is solved in this one statement, and this thing will cancel this. We'll have only 2 left over here, right? We'll have only 2 left over here, and our life becomes very easy now. So, and as you can see, 1.1 by 2,000, this can cancel it out. 20,000. So 20,000. 1.02 का square कितना आ जाएगा? 1.0404. This is the value of S. So you will get 20808 as the answer. Cool. Anshika, as I said, probably it's memory based. So data जो मुझे मिला उससे यही आंसर आएगा, है ना? तो कुछ डेटा गड़बड़ होगा, whatever it is, ठीक है? अगर ये डेटा तो ये आंसर आता. Basically, you know how to solve it. Let us get the correct paper. I think Ayush has correct data. Okay, Anshika. Okay, so we have got this value. Coming to the next one. X walks at 54 km per hour from A to B. This is A and this is B. So X walks from here at 54 km per hour. Y walks from B to A. Y is here. Walks at what speed? We don't know. After meeting the reach, let us say they meet somewhere over here. So X takes 6 hours and Y takes 24 hours to go forward further. Respectively, find distance between A and B. So as you know, there is a formula T is equal to square root of T1, T2, where T1 and T2 are these time and T is the time at which they meet. I hope all of you remember that. So let us put the value. T is equal to 6 into 24, that is root 144. So the value of T is 12. That means they have met after 12. Remember this? So distance between A and B find करना है. we know about A, he's traveling this speed. So how much, for how much time has A traveled? 12 hours यहाँ से यहाँ तक गया. 6 hours. So he's traveled for 18 hours at a speed of 54. The answer is 972. Clear? Just so as you can see, the questions are not that difficult. It's doable. Easily people can do 15, 16 questions. But the problem is that for the last 4 to 5 years, the questions, the quant was very easy, and that is why this might have become difficult for many. But I, at the same time, also feel that solving 12 questions was, I think, doable. Yes or no? As you can see, we are not investing much time on these questions. Right, let's do this one. So, x square plus 12 is equal to x to the power 4. And here we know that, what do we get? Y to the power 1 by 3 is equal to x. Just by definition of log. कोई भी किसी भी तरह का log का कोई complex formula use हुआ है क्या? नहीं. The definition has been used. So if I solve this, this looks, मतलब देखते मालूम पड़ रहा है. Why do waste time, right? X square, as you can see, x is 2. Can I say that clearly? Without even solving, I can say x is 2. But let us solve it. I'll get x square, then x square minus 1 is equal to 12. So as you can see, these are consecutive numbers. अगर x square 3 है, तो x square minus 1 2 हो जाएगा, and so on. So we need to factorize them in such a way that the factors are consecutive. That means 4 into 3. 4 into 3 is 12. That means x square is 4, or I can say the value of x is equal to 2. I hope it's clear. So if x is 2, y will be x cubed, which means y will be 2 cube, or I can say 8. So y is 8, x is 2, x plus y 2 plus 8 is 10. Right? 20-25 सेकंड का क्वेश्चन है ये. नेपोलियन, देखो छोटी गलती हो गई, तुमने 12 plus 6 18 नहीं किया, राइट? नेपोलियन. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. Find the total number of integers with non-repeating digits with natural numbers 1 to 1000. So we'll divide this into 3 parts. One is single digit numbers, 1 digit, 2 digits, and then 3 digits. 4 जाएगा नहीं कि 1000 to count of non-repeating. So no, कोई भी नंबर रिपीट नहीं करना चाहिए. Basically 1 1 1 1 1 2 ऐसी चीजें हम नहीं उठाएंगे. तो let's do it. Single digit 9 होंगे 1 to 9. There are 9 such numbers, no prizes for guessing this one. 2 digits, so you can fill the first in 9 ways because 0 is not allowed. And in the second, you will not fill the same value which you have filled over here, but 0 is allowed. So 9 more, 9 and 81 ways we have here. In this case, we have 9 into 9 into 8. I hope it is clear to all of you. But simple सवाल है. 81 into 8, 648. So 648 plus 81 plus 9 is our answer. What do I get to? Plus 9. How much is it? 738. Is that the answer? Yeah. Cool. Is that clear, everyone? Got it, everyone? How many of you did it? बहुत टाइम लग तो रहा नहीं है. Coming to next one. ABC writing triangle. AB is 5, BC is 12. ये देखो हमारा favorite, हम लोग बहुत टाइम से कर रहे थे. Pythagorean triplet, right? ये 5 है, ये 12 है, तो बच्चा बता देगा. AC is 13, 5 to 13 is a triplet. P and Q are 2 points on BC such that they are in AB. Okay, so let me mark P and Q. They are in AB. They are in AB. Okay, whatever that means. PQ is equal to 2 times BP plus QC. I hope it is clear. That is what arithmetic progression means. The middle term is the average. Well, so it's known that the area of triangle ABC is 1.5 times that of area of ABP. Okay, so area of ABC कितना हो जाएगा? Area of ABC is 1.5 times that of area of ABP. So ABC is 5 into 12, half into 5 into 12, and is 1.5 times ABP, half into 5 into this BP. So half and half cancel, 5 and 5 cancel, 12. That is what we have got now. So BP is 12. Cool. Find length of PQ. कुछ गलती हुई है यहाँ पे. I think I had done something wrong. Yeah, ये half से इसको divide नहीं किया. This will be 8. Okay, cool. So BP is 8 over here. Right? BP is 8. We know BP is 8. This is something and this is something, but they are all in arithmetic progression. So length PQ, as you can see, this is 8. 4 are remaining. So how can you break that? इसके ऑप्शंस दिए थे. Some data is wrong here. Is some data wrong here? Guys, is some data wrong? देखिए अब अगर ये 8 है, if it is ABP, ABQ, ABC and AB, that's missing. PQ की लेंथ तो निकाल नहीं पाओगे ना, कैसे निकालोगे? If this one is 8, this cannot be 2 ना. So 8 plus 2 plus 2 तो हो ही नहीं पाएगा. It has to be in AP. Some data is wrong, I believe. AP में क्या था? AP में एरियाज थे क्या? ठीक है, समझ में आ गया ना? I think you got it. If this is 8, this whole is 4. 2 और 2 नहीं होगा. Some data is missing. Let it be. But I think you wrong. Got it. The answer is 2. Let us solve this one. Microorganism on day 1 is 2. It gets double plus 3 every other day. Finally, its number of days required to reach 1 million. So here, I think I will just try to form a kind of a series, a sequence. We'll do for slot 2 and slot 3. All of it. Here the answer is 2. There was some data was missing. I think all of you got that. Now let us do this one. तो हो गया यहाँ पे. Now see it very carefully. What is exactly happening? So if I assume initially they were X organisms. So what is happening? On day 1, this becomes how much? This becomes double plus 3. But initial it is given already. Initial is given as how much? 2. So let's take 2 only. It will be easy for us. So on day 1, what is happening? 2 का double हो गया. 2 का double हो गया. That is 2 into 2 and then 3 is added to it. On day 2, what is happening? इसका भी double हो गया. So 2 into 2 into 2 plus 3 and then 3 is added to it. This is what is happening over here. Alright. Now if I expand this, अब मैं इसको चीज करता हूँ. मैं इसको 2 square plus 3 लिख देता हूँ. इसको मैं expand करूँगा तो I'll get 2 into 2 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 3. This is something which we have to keep in mind. So now I'll get 2 cube plus this will be 2 into 3 plus 3. इसको फिलहाल हम ऐसे छोड़ देते हैं. This is 3 into 3. Clear? day 3, what is going to happen? On day 3, what is going to happen? So 2 cube plus 3 into 3, जो था ये, इसका double plus 3. That is what happened. So we'll get 2 to the power 4 plus this whole 2 into 3 into 3 plus 3. Now if you do it, basically you get 2 to the power 4, this whole. This whole. So if I expand it, what do I get? I have 3 here, I have 2 into 3 into 3 over here. चलो 3 कॉमन ले लेता हूँ मैं यहाँ पे. So what I'm going to get if I take 3 common, 2 into 3 6 plus 1, that is 7. That is what I'm getting. Why did that? To find a pattern. So as you can see, I'm finding a pattern. यहाँ पे 2 की पावर्स में बढ़ रहा है. ये 3 into 1 है, 3 into 3 है, 3 into 7 है. So this is what we needed to understand. So the common thing is 3 पे करके हमें आंसर मिल जाता है. The common thing is that this one is 2 to the power n. That is something we are sure of, right? We are sure of this. Day 1 पे 2 था, ये day 2 और 3 है, मैंने गलत लिखा है. Initial was day 1 only. Okay. And this is 2 to the power. On day 1, we had 2 to the power 1 plus 3 into 0. Now you can see the pattern. So 2 to the power n तो हो ही रहा है, साथ में 3 से कुछ multiply हो रहा है. क्या multiply हो रहा है? That is what we need to understand. पहले 0 था, फिर 1 था, फिर उसके बाद 3 है, फिर 7 है. Are you able to understand it? 1 3 7. 1 3 7. What is 1 3 7? 1 is 2 to the power 1 minus 1. 3 is 2 square minus 1. 7 is 2 cube minus 1. Basically 2 की पावर से 1 कम है. Am I clear? Am I clear? So I am going to generalize 2 to the power n plus 3 times 2 to the power n minus 1. This is going to be the general term. Is it clear to all of you? This is slot 1. Is this clear to all of you? यहाँ बस एक minus 1 आ जाएगा, because as you can see, this was initial was day 1 only. The pattern is clear, and this has to be equal to 1 million. It has to be equal to 1 million. तो exact तो नहीं, but approximately 1 million का हो जाएगा. 1 million 10 to the power 6. So let us solve this and try to understand at what value of n we will get 1 million. Good. Let us expand it. So I'll get 2. मेरे को दोनों सेम करने हैं, तो मैं से 2 into 2 की power n minus 1 कर देता हूँ, plus 3 into 2 की power n minus 1 कर देता हूँ, and this is minus 3 into 10 to the power 6. All right. Why did that? Just to have 2 to the power n minus 1 common. If I take it common, I'll just erase other things on the board. I'm erasing all of it. All right. Let's take 2 to the power n minus 1 common, and 2 plus 3 is 5. This is what we have. This is equal to 10 to the power 6 plus 3. Clear? तो 2 की power n minus 1 क्या हो जाएगा? 10 to the power 6 plus 3 upon 5. अब exact वैल्यू नहीं निकालनी, हमें यहाँ पे सब कुछ approximation पे करना है. Everything will be on approximation, based on approximation. So this becomes 2 to the power n minus 1 is equal to how much? 10 को अलग करो, 2 into 10 to the power 5, 5 से divide करने plus 3 by 1. This is what we have. So 2 लाख के आसपास आना चाहिए. 2 की power n minus 1 2 लाख के आसपास आनी चाहिए. ठीक है? This is what we have to understand. Is this clear to all of you? Tell me, at which power of 2 do you get 2 lakh? जल्दी बताओ सब लोग, कौन सी 2 की पावर में हमारे पास 2 लाख आता है? तो ये करना, if it is difficult, then there's one thing. But how are you going to do it? You have calculator, of course, but all of us know that 2 to the power 9 is 512. 2 to the power 18 निकालना हमारे लिए आसान है, 512 plus square. That is something which is easy for us. This is going to be around 2.5 lakh. Yes or no? Are we sure? We don't even have to calculate it. यहाँ 5 है, 5 and 25, so it will be more than 2.5 lakhs. Is that clear? 2 की पावर more than 2.5 lakhs हो जाएगा, ये हमें पता चल चुका है. तो 2 की पावर 17 में 2.5 लाख का आधा हो जाएगा, close to 1.25 lakhs हो जाएगा. But we need more than 2 lakhs, of course. There's one thing for sure, that 17 is not possible, हमें 18 लेना पड़ेगा. So n minus 1 is 18, that means n is equal to 19. Clear all of you? Clear? Samita is not time consuming, it's just that I have to tell all these steps. That is why it looks like time consuming. You know, showing all these steps and solving it. ऋतु राय, मेरे को टाइम नहीं लग रहा था, मेरे को लगे थे 40 सेकंड, क्योंकि समझाना नहीं था किसी को ना. तो मैं समझा ये मैं लिख नहीं रहा था ये सारी बातें. मैंने 2 स्टेप लिखे, फिर ये लिखा और आंसर मन में सोच लिया कि 18 पे 2.5 लाख होता है तो ले लो. Are you getting it? If you explain it to someone else, you probably will take 5 minutes. जो टाइम समझाने लगता है वो टाइम करने में नहीं लगता. So do not confuse these things. Anyways, it is clear to all of you. It won't take more than 2 minutes. Coming to next one. 168 is a factor of 1176 to the power n, and 1176 is a factor of 168 to the power m. Find the smallest value of m plus n. R की वैल्यू, R कौन सा है? Okay, so let us try to factorize first of all 168. Factorize करें, this 24 into 7, so we get 2 cube into 3 into 7, that is what we get. And 1176, इसको factorize कर लेते हैं एक बार. So 1176, how much will it be? 7. Okay, this is 2 cube into 3 into 7 square. Am I right? इतनी जल्दी कैसे हुआ? Because I can see pattern over here. 168 का 7 times होता है ना, 7 8 is 56, so it's 112. So this is how we do it quickly. Okay, now 168 is a factor of 1176 to the power n. वो तो होगा ही होगा. We are sure about it. वो तो होना ही होना है. तो n की वैल्यू कुछ भी हो जाएगी. Why? Because if 168 has to be a factor, that means 1176 is a multiple. So a multiple, if I write the prime factorized form, so the powers of prime should be equal to or greater than the powers of the same primes in the factor. ये 2 है, 1 से बड़ा है, so of course this is possible. So even if the value of n is 1, there is no problem. But if I talk about the reverse one, this is a factor of 168 to the power m. अगर ये इसका फैक्टर होगा तो यहाँ पे भी 7 की पावर कम से कम 2 होनी चाहिए, which means m is equal to 2. Is that clear, everyone? Is it clear, all of you? M has to be at least 2, and n will be, as I told you, 1 only. We got the answer. Is the screen black? Screen खाली हो गई क्या? सर सर 3 ही है ना? 3 ही है ना?
क्या आंसर? स्लॉट 2 4 बजे से ले रहा हूँ क्योंकि शायद आपका खत्म ही होने पे है।
हाँ बस खत्म हो रहा है। It's still not visible? I think all of you understood what I'm trying to say, that the value of m is 2 and that of n is 1, so answer is 3. अभिषेक मित्तल, ये आर वाला कौन सा क्वेश्चन बोल रहे हो तुम? किस आर की बात कर रहे हो? बता दो मुझे एक बार। Okay, so see, because we have not got the exact paper, so अगर यहाँ पे लिखा होता है कि m and n are integers or natural numbers, we are not sure. So if it is integer, then the value of n can also be 0. No, 0 sorry, n will be 1 only and m will be 2. So smallest value is 3. What happened? 3 option में था ही नहीं. अभी स्क्रीन क्लियर है, दिख रहा है? No, I think it should be 3 only. I don't know what else is possible because it has to be 3. देखो एक बात सोचो, यहाँ दिखाई दे रहा है, we are sure that 1176 is a multiple of 168. यहाँ कोई शक है किसी को? कोई इसमें डेटा मिसिंग तो नहीं है? If this is the question, then answer is 3. If this is the question, the answer is 3 for sure. Theta था 3 ही आंसर होगा. देखो एक बार, 1176 is for sure a multiple of 168. There is no problem in that. Which means n will be 1 only. हमें इसका minimum value find करना है, smallest value. तो 1 होगा. इस 1176 था ही नहीं, कुछ और था. कुछ और होगा तो फिर ठीक है. तो whatever it is, but I think you got the idea. कुछ और वैल्यू था तो कुछ और आंसर रहा होगा, बट फॉर दिस वैल्यू दिस इज करेक्ट आंसर. लेट अस गेट द एग्जैक्ट पेपर. इट्स ऑल मेमोरी बेस्ड, बट आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड द लॉजिक हाउ टू सॉल्व इट. So it's not that difficult. वन 134 था. Are you sure? Only अभिषेक मित्तल is saying 1134 था. चलो जो भी था समझ में तो आई है आपको. शुभ वो अल्फाबेट भी गलत था. अब ठीक है, जो मुझे see the people who went there, they gave us some questions, so based on that this is what we have done. If we let us get the exact paper, then we can have the session again. Okay, don't worry about that. And slot 1 is over. So these are questions that I obtained, and slot 2 taken by Sajjan sir. I think what is the time now? 50. You can start it at 4 p.m. Response sheet out. Oh wow. चलो ठीक है, बट सबको समझ में आ चुका है कि हमें क्या क्या तरह से चीज़ें सॉल्व करनी थी. आई होप दैट एवरीबॉडी इज क्लियर ऑन दैट. एंड लेट अस सो दोज हु आर इन स्लॉट 2 जस्ट वेट, द लिंक विल बी शेयर्ड सून. चलो बाय बाय, टेक केयर. रमन उसका वही है ना कि लोग बोल रहे क्वाड्रेटिक वाले का डेटा गलत था जो क्वेश्चन में दिया हुआ है। शायद हमें जो क्वेश्चंस मिले हैं डेटा ही उसमें क्वेश्चंस के अंदर नंबर्स ही गलत है। अभी किसी ने बोला कि क्वाड्रेटिक में गलत था वो। Okay, so Sachin sir is starting his class and he's sending the link. So join that. Bye bye everyone.
चाय रखिए।